Welcome to Ravion Motivation. Meet Ethan, a bright student who felt his confidence slipping away, just like sand through his fingers. Despite spending countless hours at his desk, the words on the pages seemed to dance mockingly, refusing to stick in his mind. One afternoon, overwhelmed by frustration, he met Mr. Harris, a wise philosophy teacher known for his calm demeanor and deep insight. Ethan confessed his struggles, explaining how he could not focus or remember anything, feeling like a failure compared to his peers. Mr. Harris smiled gently and picked up a bottle filled with muddy water from his bag, preparing to teach the first lesson. He shook the bottle vigorously. The water swirled in chaos, making it impossible to see through the glass to the other side. This bottle represents your mind when you are stressed. The mud is your anxiety, clouding your clarity and blocking your true potential. Mr. Harris placed the bottle on the bench. Slowly, the mud began to settle at the bottom, leaving the water crystal clear. To learn effectively, you must first calm your mind. You cannot absorb new information if your thoughts are swirling in chaotic storms. The teacher advised Ethan to close his eyes and focus solely on his breathing for 5 minutes before opening his books. When the mind is still, like the clear water, it becomes receptive. This state of tranquility is the foundation of true learning. Ethan tried this immediately. As he breathed deeply, the heavy fog of anxiety lifted, allowing him to see the world clearly. Having mastered the art of calmness, Mr. Harris led Ethan to a quiet room and lit a single candle on the table. "Watch the flame," Mr. Harris whispered. "Notice how it exists only in this moment, burning brightly without worrying about the past wax. Your mind wanders to past failures or future fears. This distraction steals your energy from the task that is right here, now. When your mind drifts away, gently bring your focus back to the present moment, just as you return your gaze to the flame. True concentration is not force, it is the gentle act of returning. Be present with your studies, and they will reveal themselves." Ethan realized he spent more time worrying about the exam than actually studying for it. The candle taught him to be here. By anchoring himself in the present, the text on the page became the only reality, making absorption natural and completely effortless. Mr. Harris saw the shift in Ethan's eyes. The frantic look was gone, replaced by a steady, burning intensity of pure focus. For the third lesson, they moved to the garden. Mr. Harris held a dry sponge in one hand and a stone nearby. He poured water over the stone. The water simply ran off the surface, leaving the inside of the rock completely dry and hard. Then he poured water on the sponge. It absorbed every drop instantly, holding the liquid within its fibers, becoming heavy and saturated. Don't be the stone trying to memorize without understanding. Be the sponge. Absorb the meaning, the logic, and the core concepts deep inside. Rote memorization is like water on a rock. It disappears quickly. Understanding is the sponge. It retains knowledge for a lifetime of use. Ethan began to ask why instead of just what. He connected new facts to things he already knew, creating a strong web. When you understand the mechanism behind the facts, you do not need to memorize. The answer flows naturally from your deep comprehension. Like a sponge can release water when needed, true understanding allows you to apply your knowledge flexibly in any situation or exam. Mr. Harris then pointed to a large, thick log of wood. He asked Ethan if he could break it with his bare hands. Ethan shook his head. The task seemed impossible. The log was too massive, too solid, and too overwhelming for anyone to break. Mr. Harris took an axe and split the log into small, thin sticks. He handed one to Ethan, who snapped it easily. Knowledge is like that log. When you try to learn everything at once, it is overwhelming and impossible to digest effectively. Break your study material into small, manageable chunks. Master one small piece completely before moving on to the next section of work. This approach reduces pressure. Each small victory builds momentum, turning a mountain of work into a series of easy, climbable steps. Your brain processes information better in small doses. It prevents burnout and keeps your motivation high as you see constant progress. Ethan realized he had been trying to swallow the whole log. By breaking it down, the impossible suddenly became achievable and simple. Finally, they stood before a garden bed. Some plants were lush and green, while others looked withered, neglected, and brown. Mr. Harris watered the healthy plants gently. He explained that consistency is the secret ingredient that makes intelligence grow over time. You cannot neglect a plant for weeks and then flood it with water hoping it will survive. It will drown and die. Cramming is like flooding the plant. True learning requires daily care. 20 minutes every day is better than 10 hours once a month. Regular practice strengthens neural pathways. It moves information from short-term memory into long-term storage, making it a permanent part of you. Ethan committed to showing up every day. Even on days he felt tired, he did a little, keeping the habit alive. Over time, these small daily actions compounded. His knowledge grew strong and deep, like the roots of a well-tended oak tree. 5 years later, Ethan was no longer the anxious boy. He stood tall, a testament to the power of the 5 lessons. Believe in the process and be patient with yourself. Thank you for watching Ravion Motivation. Subscribe for more life-changing stories.